Hi,
What?
everyone.
Hi.
Hello.
Welcome to
Howdy.
the gate.
Yeah.
The gate.
The gate.
Hello, viewers. Dave is not back, though.
Hmm.
He's been gone for longer than 60 seconds. The cats might have eaten him.
He's fucking.
There he is.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, Dave?
Nobody tell anyone about that thing that I said.
Okay, we won't.
He doesn't even have his
Very
headphones on yet.
Chat,
Yeah,
what
there
did
it
Tom
is.
say?
Ooh, wow. Nobody snitch.
Dude, it's recorded.
Take
Yeah,
that shit to
but-
the fucking graves. I'll find you.
hmm
Tom's
We might
just
not be able to
jealous that
say your names
I'm,
on streams,
that
but
I'm friends with Greg Stolze, and he is still a fanboy, but a fan.
I can't interact with people who I have even like a molecule of like, oh, I saw you on a podcast. Oh, wow, I read your book. Because I'm just like, oh, hi. Like that.
Yeah, I get the
I
same
would-
way, and I like.
too.
I
I
don't
literally
know.
refuse to believe that about you. I just don't. It doesn't add up. You could talk to anyone. You are just fucking charisma incarnate, and you're telling me you can't
Yeah.
handle talking to. It just surprises me.
I don't even know how I'm supposed to respond to being called charisma incarnate. That's gone right to the ego.
You're one of those voices that is just like warm, buttery goodness. I would just listen to you talk forever.
He's not wrong.
He's not
Yeah.
wrong. Ian's got the same voice.
That is true. Ian's got a fantastic voice.
Even,
either of you would be great like radio DJs for like easy listening.
That's what I'm saying. Tom, I love your creative mind. You are a good friend of mine. I'm thankful Amanda brought us together.
Oh yeah.
Look
What
at
a-
me.
9 in the
I
morning.
made this happen.
Solar.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Matchmaker.
Last time at the gate.
The
Oh, yeah.
gate.
Last time on the gate.
Who remembers what happened?
So we had two.
Our handy dandy note section knows what happened.
Yeah, so we had 2 scenes that we did, I believe. No, 3 scenes.
Yeah.
Damn,
None
we
the
got a lot
better.
done. So the first scene was the migration, right?
Sorry, I just read your Facebook post.
What?
If the interview with Greg Stolze was too much high quality content for you to handle, don't worry, we'll let you down gentle. Yes, we started with the migration scene, which was basically just beyond the gate. Some individuals or some things were moving, and they didn't understand, or our side of the gate didn't understand exactly what it was that was happening.
Yeah, we encountered a ship of sort of our side, our culture people encountered a it was like a really powerful, it was like a Kardashev 0.7 civilization, like they were hauling a big chunk of star around with them, and they got housed by a like mysterious gate shadow after trying and failing to communicate with the crew.
Yeah, dilate the iris.
Dilate the iris. So there was that. There was a scene where we. The next scene, I think, was the one with the Mushroom King,
Yeah.
where there was a contact between a few guild emissaries and a race of fungoid people who were working out like a trade deal, and one of them was assimilated into the Mushroom King collective, became one with the Spore Fathers. And then the last one we saw the initiation of the War of the All Dragon, where a ZYDO attempt to summon the All Dragon went terribly awry because of wheels within wheels and schemes within schemes.
Indeed.
The summoning
And-
doll dragon.
And Moopsy Face. Don't forget about Moopsy Face.
Of course.
I think he was my
And-
favorite part.
Always Moopsy Face.
Gotta love the prop work of having the gelatinous. Yes,
Oh wait.
that.
Oh, yeah.
No, it was
Other
this
way.
It was this way.
There you go.
I had fun playing Captain A Crab, so that was pretty good.
Oh, jeez, was
I
that his
didn't know
name
that
the
was
whole
his
time?
name.
It wasn't until just now.
Okay.
I mean, that's a great name.
Captain A Crab.
His name was Cheel.
No,
No, it's Captain A Crab.
Captain A Crab.
Captain A Crab.
Or he could be Cheel A Crab. A Crab's the last name.
No, it's
That's true.
Slumbio? Slurmbio?
Oh yeah, no, I was Cheel in a different game, I guess.
Yeah, you were
Mhm.
Cheel in the first scene we did in the previous
I played
session.
crabs. I played crabs a lot in these scenes.
Yeah, something tells me you
I
might wind up
mean-
being a crab, man.
No, I already have a character, but in these one-offs, I just something about being just like all of these cool, fun fantasy creatures, and then just like a big crab.
And then
Pretty
me, a crab.
Yeah, very appealing to me.
Is that Zelda? Am I remembering that name?
It is
right?
Zelda.
Hi,
Yep.
Zelda.
She says,
Clem.
"Meh."
Yeah, Clem just waved goodnight. To
Oh,
me
from
because-
from the Vidya games. Zelda's the guy with the green cap, right?
No, that's Sheik.
Mm,
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
The green
Sorry.
troll from the swamp.
yeah.
Yeah.
Shrek.
Shriek.
Yeah.
Shrek 2.
is that a Mario?
On DVD.
Is that a Mario? Okay.
Is that the bad guy from the Star Wars?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
All right, we got anything else to cover, or should we start doing some shit?
No.
I don't
Alrighty.
think we added any other major salient setting details.
Yeah, so we've been fleshing out the timeline and the setting over the past few sessions. And I believe where we left off was we had just started the round of Amanda as the lens, with the focus being the Doomsday Gatists. I think Amanda added an event or something, and then, or it might have just started on me for my turn, and we were trying to decide where to go with it. And I had set up the idea of doing a scene that you had suggested earlier, Dave, of the Doomsday Gatists crashing the celebration of the arts that I had created during the end times.
Yeah.
And in preparation, before you finished up your interview, I already set up a bunch of the stuff for that scene so that we wouldn't have to wait a bunch while I type it up.
Here.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Y'all want to know a secret? Find yourself an Ian. Wait, I can say your last name, right?
Yeah,
'Cause it's,
yeah, I used it all over social media.
Yeah, I
and
thought
everything.
so. I get
Yeah.
nervous now. I'm a little gun shy about having
It's all
something.
good.
Find yourself an Ian Doherty, because
Pew,
goddamn,
pew.
it's a fucking man for all seasons.
But yeah, so the Arts Guild puts on a final exhibition for the finest works of art our civilization could produce. So my idea with the event was that we find out that the gate is expanding, and so people are starting to be like, okay, what's going to happen once it expands out and takes over the entire universe? And so in a sort of attempt at bringing hope to the world, the Arts Guild put on the celebration, and the scene we are doing is the Doomsday Gate is crashing the celebration of the arts. The question I am proposing is, do the Doomsday Gatists put a complete end to the celebration? Do they does their disruption of things just completely disrupt the ceremony and send people into why is tizzy the only word I'm thinking of?
It's just the trope.
Or-
Just
It's a
send
good
him into a
one.
busy.
do they roll with it and the celebration goes on without a hitch, or does something else happen? So to set the stage, the celebration is already underway. Everyone is gathered in an auditorium listening to a musical piece from a famous musician when the Doomsday Gatists arrive. So now we need characters.
Do you have any, before we go any further, do you have any required or prohibited characters?
I don't believe so. I guess required, I would want at least one person to be a Doomsday Gatist and at least one person to be part of the Arts Guild. Perhaps the person holding who's like emceeing the celebration, or who put on the celebration in the first place and organized it. But yeah, I feel like we need at least
Tom, are you getting ready to be a
Between those
doomsday?
factions.
Look all smiley over there. I'm getting all
I have,
situated.
I have two. I mean, of course, I'm happy to just be a rambly cultist, but I have a fun idea for an artist.
For a giant, is he a crab?
Yes.
How'd you
Oh,
know?
thank goodness.
Of course.
Yeah. That's
Okay,
a power
there we
move.
go.
That's a power move.
All right.
Oh, there, dude. Are we doing this? Are we doing this?
I think so, except I don't think this is in tune with anything that's real at the moment.
Dang it. Are
I can
any of
tune
the
it quickly.
5 on your back wall in tune?
Oh yeah, I mean this is in tune with itself. I would just have to actually tune it up to play with you guys.
Okay. We're doing that.
Okay. It's turning into a musical now. I guess
Music.
I'm a cultist because my instrument's in the other room.
Yeah, music.
And I don't know how to play.
Get on my level.
Oh, there goes Tom.
I don't think I know that Tom plays an instrument, so this might be.
Oh,
I'm
no.
gonna play the
Oh.
bottle.
He's getting percussion.
Okay. Welcome to the Electric Dice Podcast. It's a
Welcome
music
to the-
stream now, guys.
It's the musical episode.
Can you put us into the arts channel now? Like that?
Okay.
Yeah.
So we still have to have some order to this.
Okay.
Must we?
Going
Yeah.
around the circle clockwise, starting with Dave. Dave, what character do you want to be?
No, I'm not going to try and hurt anyone with this guitar that is out of tune, and I'm also terrible with. So I'm going to play a doomsday cultist, but I'm going to play one that I'll find his name in a minute. But somebody that like joined on because they thought it was funny and not that they like actually believe it. So I think at some point in this scene,
You
they're gonna
thought
be
it was
like,
ironic.
oh. That's kind of the premise I've got right now.
All right.
Are we going
That's
off
a
of
good
clockwise
question.
based on like the stream?
Based on the stream. So
Okay.
Tristan, you're next.
All right. So since it looks like a couple other people are ready to be musicians or artsy people, I'm also going to go Doomsday Cultist. This guy is going to be fully on, like, he is genuine and serious. This is like life or death, and at this point it's turned effectively to death.
Right, it's death.
And
Death or death.
and I just threw up a name generator and I found a really good I'll go with Larim, Larim, Larim. No last name given, because who has time
You
for
give
last
up your name.
when the world's going to end?
At the end of the
I-
ream. Sorry.
I am playing a artist. I think we're far enough along in the timeline that we probably have film at this point.
Oh yeah.
So I am a film director who directs incredibly bleak, depressing films. And
you
I
a
am a
plant?
I'm a crab smoking a cigarette.
Is it a
It's the
really
weekend.
long cigarette holder?
No. And I think my name is oh god, I fucking hate coming up with names. Vilblat.
Vilblat. Ooh, I like Vilblat.
Free League Publishing, thank you so much for following. I
Ooh,
look
thank you for
forward
the follow.
to everything that happens on your channel at all times.
Existence is a prison.
How can you hold a cigarette in a claw without just chopping it in half?
I figured. Hi, Matt. How are you? Do you guys have a show tonight?
Light does not exist to be understood.
I see.
Nice. So next up would be Amanda.
Yeah. I'm gonna roll an artist as well.
Okay.
And I'm gonna make okay. So my medium is like those paintings where you put bugs' feet in paint and then you have them walk around on a canvas.
God.
Oh.
Ooh.
And it's It's real into that.
All right.
Nice.
Next would be Dan.
Yeah, so I'll be part of the band that is playing. My name is Migdorb, and I am we'll say, no, something. We'll just go with an octopus. I've got a lot of arms, and I'm
I
playing
was
things
thinking
other
the same
than
thing for
just.
some reason.
I'm not just playing guitar. There's, I have other
Yeah.
limbs that are doing some percussion in the background.
All right.
And yeah, it's like he's kind of somewhere in between. He's like celebrating the whole, our life, our universe, all of that. But he's also just like, oh yeah, but the gate's going to consume us all.
He's not a cultist, but he is realistic.
Yeah, he's just like, oh yeah.
Exactly what I typed.
He's
Celebrating but realistic.
So yeah.
Let's get him on board.
My guy's name is going to be Brightberg.
Brightberg.
Yeah.
I like that.
Okay. UR or ER?
BURG.
Okay. And that leaves me. I should really have the rules up.
Yeah.
Now
I had to do that too. I was like, oh yeah, there's rules to this game.
We have a reference book for this.
That's fine. Oh, I'm loving Crab Man.
I'm trying to decide if I want to be time, because that's suggested as a thing, or if I should just be a random bystander, because we've got a bunch of artists and we've got a bunch of doomsday cultists now.
You could be the audience.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
that's what I was thinking, like an audience member, because I figured that like the bug artist would either be like in the audience or in the wings as someone, anyone who's not like part of the band that's playing right now.
Yeah.
So the film director.
Got all my little bug artists. Got to make sure they're doing okay and hanging out with them.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna be
just shaking your head, Dave.
yeah,
someone give me an aquatic animal that we haven't used yet,
sea
and I will be sea anemone. I will be
That's
an
a good
anthropomorphic sea anemone.
Lareem is
Lareem is.
Oh, he's some kind of like weird, deep sea, like bottom of the ocean floor thing.
Like a football fish.
Like something real freaky.
It's like
He's
a
got
big pill bug.
a bunch of different devices to help make it easier for him to survive on land.
Oh no, he's just dying.
Reverse scuba suit.
A compression suit.
Also, Ian, if you do play, this is just it's in E. It's a mountain banjo, and you can only play in one key at a time.
Well, so this is the thing is, because of lag, we're not going to be able to play in sync with each other anyway. So
that's fair.
I just
you
sort
just
of
need to play well enough
show.
that out of sync, you can be okay.
Hold on, actually, let me tweak something really quick.
Who is my other cultist? Was it you, Tristan?
It's me.
Unless you guys have a thing, like I think I can. Tristan and I can start.
Oh yeah, I'm ready if you guys are. I'll admit I wasn't here to see exactly what the Doomsday Cult's about, so I'm just gonna go over the top Doomsday Cult.
Okay,
because that feels about right.
First of all, can you guys still hear me?
Yes.
Tell me really quick if this is bad or okay. Can you hear the piano?
Oh yes, very nicely.
Could not hear.
In E?
Yeah.
Can't hear it anymore.
Oh no, the auto it's getting caught by the thing that tunes out other sounds.
Is it? Is it getting caught by the auto noise gate, or is it getting caught by the fact that it's not in stereo?
I only hear the low notes.
Well, they go for a second, then I think no, then I'm pretty sure it's the noise cancellation because it's like this is a sustained single note.
Yeah.
This is not a person talking.
Yeah, I won't do that then.
How are you doing it for your normal stream?
He might have it hooked into the computer.
So for my normal stream, I have it going through OBS, so I don't have to worry about any of this stuff.
That makes
Yeah.
sense. Okay.
Yeah. But anyway,
No.
let us begin the celebration. Like, I'll just like do wordless singing along. Just imagine. Let me set the scene.
Harmonize for us.
There's an audience in this big auditorium. There's a band playing. Dan's character Migdor is playing a bunch of different instruments, and this anthropomorphic sea anemone named I don't know, Traggle.
Traggle.
Is wordlessly singing like a la da 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 da, and then any time the Doomsday Cultists want to interrupt.
Dave, did you want to go first, or do you want me to?
Yeah, so they're in an auditorium, right? You're in some building. Yeah, so we're outside the auditorium. We're not underwater, right? We're just like maybe on rocky shoals.
Yeah, I'm thinking like some sort of
Sydney Opera
some
House.
sort of building that's situated where like land dwellers and sea dwellers can both enjoy the performance.
Yeah. And I like go up to the window and I think I'm one of those like otter people or something, just to keep it easy, right? And just like press up against the glass. My nose is like fogging it up a little bit. Like, there sure are a lot of people in there.
We must teach. Yeah, sorry, words. We must teach them the error of their ways. For too long, they have not heeded our warnings.
What are we teaching them? What warning?
The perils of underestimating the gate, its power. Our reckoning gate day approaches, and here they are, with their merrymaking. How close is this window to the stage, by the way?
I think we're probably on
Maybe
the
pretty
side,
close.
right? Yeah. Kind of
It's pretty close. All right.
Look diagonally.
So I would.
What did you say your name was? I don't remember seeing you at the last meeting.
My name is I want to say I said it was. Oh, here we go. I am Lemire, seer of the end day, or Larim, seer of the end days.
Okay, so you're like really into this then. They told me there was a decoder ring that you get if you go to 5 meetings, and like the geocaching seemed kind of cool. My dad has this dealership, and I was really just
hold. Stand aside from the window. We must end this now. Does he stand aside, or?
Yeah, I kind of like back up, like, okay.
Yeah, Lareem's gonna make a running jump and smash through the window.
Okay.
So, a creepy football fish man just smashed through the window.
Right, and there's that flapping.
Immediately, da-da-da.
Non-believers! For too long you have shunned the gate. You have not believed in its power. The reckoning is upon us all. It is time to repent.
And I jump in with
I'm just like clutching my bug case.
Yeah, I've got a sock over my head, and I jump in, and I like, ooh, and then I just sort of like daintily dodge the glass. I'm like, yeah!
No, Traggle, the show must go on. Sing, my friend.
You say this show must go on, but we see all things will come to an end. The gate will make sure of that. You continue with your reveling. We all know what's been destined to happen. We have seen the end times. You have laughed at us, ignored us. The end will be brought either by the gate or by our hands.
Oh my god!
Please,
I don't.
Vilblad, it's me. Hey. Oh, the sock.
Hello. I am dismayed to see that you have allowed yourself to be involved in this tedium.
Like we're celebrating because we know the gate is like we know it's expanding.
Inevitable doom.
This is meant to be an occasion for hope and joy and togetherness.
Hope and joy in the face of death and hopelessness.
No, Traggle, he's right, but, well, why not sing about it anyway?
Why sing about it when you could spend your final moments trying to make something more than this? Stick bug paintings and sad films.
I don't think I
Your
will.
music.
Maybe
What are you doing?
maybe
I
you'll
move
enjoy
towards the
We're
crab.
trying to
performance.
make what?
I move over
Sorry, I've
towards,
been
towards the
talking a lot.
crab, and I'm like, hey, can I have a cigarette?
You may not. Not until you renounce these ludicrous beliefs and/or stop disrupting the showing of my latest film.
Brightberg, do not discuss with these non-believers.
I thought the whole point of you breaking in here was to discuss with us.
Yes, but more in a violent, over-the-top way to show you that we're all gonna die, and here you are partying about it.
Your
Well,
ideas
you-
are barren and without merit. I will not engage with them.
Anyway,
How-
who wants to be a sacrifice so maybe we can live longer?
No.
Why don't
no sacrificing?
you be a sacrifice?
Sacrifice. Because
Mm.
I need to be alive to sacrifice other people, and then I'll be a sacrifice
Oh.
later on.
Lorene,
Well,
I
if
think
you
we
want
got...
violence, how about violence of music?
I've never heard such licks played in such.
Lorene, I think we got the wrong building. I'm gonna go check out the popcorn art tent. I'm kind of hungry.
Yes.
Fools! All of you! Our reckoning is upon us, and you sit back doing nothing. You shall regret this day, just as when our group was founded, and you did not heed our warnings.
Is there like a chandelier in this room?
Oh yeah, go for
All
Oh,
right.
heck yeah, I'm cutting the rope of that bad boy.
it.
No, okay. Go ham, my dude.
I'm gonna.
Sorry.
Phantom of
sorry.
the Opera's
I mean,
got nothing
That's
for
exactly
minutes.
where that was
I'm sorry.
going from the other side.
sorry.
But
Yeah.
Let me get in character. Go
That's
ham, my dude.
All right. I mean, I have a knife. I'm gonna go and slash the rope on the thing and cause the chandelier to drop or whatever. My
So,
character then does
Please
that.
articulate a question for you. I don't know why I'm doing this in sync with my talking.
It's fine.
Could you explain to me? So what exactly is your ideology again?
So our idea. One moment, I need to cut this rope of the chandelier.
No, no, by all means.
Anyway,
It crashes into the aisle.
Very dramatic. How
anyway, just
narrowly
as that
missing
chandelier
several
came
audience
crashing down to crush, I don't know, that innocent popcorn vendor, so too
Oh,
shall
shit,
the gate come crashing down, destroying us all.
Am I the one who
Well-
dies?
well,
would you look at that? It fell right in the center of the mosh pit.
Well-
Nobody's there.
yes. Yeah, no, you're right.
Gosh,
The gate
it's
is
supposed
about
to
to
be
expand and destroy us all. That's why we're doing this.
So you're wasting your final moments.
I
Have
think
a
he's
smoke,
saying they're
sir.
cultists too. Hey, we did it!
You know,
Yes,
You guys are
yes,
all
we are
cultists now,
all
right?
cultists with you. Now, if
No.
you'd like to sit
Nope.
down and join us, your fellow cultists,
no, I'm good.
you can
I've
enjoy
got all these shards of glass in me.
performance.
I just
Uh,
smashed through that window.
There's a medical tent in the
No,
other
I'm good.
convention hall.
You can.
That's
Oh.
fine. I'll walk it off.
Trago, let's play him off. Crowd,
All
carry
right.
him away.
No, don't. And he'll like head back and climb out the window and just like you're like, yeah, this is they're cultists now. I won.
So you make bug art?
I do, and then I'm holding up like my box of like stick bugs and crickets.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Like look, well, so like I don't make bug art, but they make bug art.
Oh, cool. So you're like the
And then I
manager for
sell their
bugs. Yeah, that's smart.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
So my dad owns this dealership.
Oh.
And cut.
I
So
lost
no-
the
so-
chain on my nice knife.
So no,
Oh, no.
the Doom cultists do not actually.
Nope. We answered that
I
question.
tried. There were only 2 Doom cultists.
I really like the idea that I went to the wrong building and you're crazy and don't actually go to the meetings.
I'd go to the meetings.
No,
He
go to
was
the
like
meeting?
too extreme.
Only
for
the
the
ones
Doom
with the
cultists to
real
accept him.
believers.
Yeah, they don't hold those anymore. Everyone died.
There was
Yeah.
one line that I wanted to get in that I didn't get to have, and I was like, yes, it is an exoskeleton, but it also represents the shell that separates us from understanding the other.
Ugh.
Right, yeah.
Wow.
As
Woof.
the scene like closes out, right? Like your film fires off and that's what it says, right?
Yeah.
That's
God.
the opening
And then it
preamble.
does the classical cursive fin on a
Right.
gray
Exactly.
tone picture.
Yeah, I like
Mhm.
that.
Is your film one line spoken by you, and that's the end?
Right, but it lasts like 11 minutes.
Yeah.
It's like, is it still being done?
It's
Also, I have no
14
idea
hours.
how strong the mic pickup was on that, so I'm sorry if it was too loud.
Oh, I heard it. It was
I
it
could
was like
definitely
pleasant
hear it. I think it
background
was like
music.
I tried to use my volume based on your volume, and I think it worked pretty well.
Yeah,
Cool.
it
It's
was
just
good.
a 14-hour film of a tide pool drying up.
Ooh,
I heard
artsy.
Tide Pod, but yes.
How many tabletop RPG streams can you say broke out into improvised music
Yeah, folksy
during one of their
nonsense.
scenes?
It was good.
I mean, it was fun,
We needed
Yeah.
it.
and we answered the question.
Yes,
They,
we did.
yeah,
The show went on.
people don't really care
No.
when cults show up wielding knives and dropping chandeliers. Only one guy died.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, cool.
So
It was fun.
I think we're in slightly different order than we were last time because this round started with Amanda and then it went to me. Dan, did you pick anything for the Doomsday Cultists? Felty?
I don't think that I did. Am I next on that?
You're between me and Amanda, so I figure we should probably go back and hit you before going.
Nobody other than me last time put anything on there, and I put on in the first thing.
That's right.
Doomsday Gate begin heralding Gate Day is the end of time.
Okay.
So it's everyone but you and me.
Okay. So which direction do we want to go?
Doesn't matter. Just if somebody's got an idea, fire it off.
Yeah, I think I need a moment to think if somebody else wants to go.
Okay.
I have a vague idea if no one else.
Yeah, go for it.
Go for it.
So I'm thinking something about integrating them or having them relate like, and this I don't know if I would have this be an event. I don't know if I want it to be a scene just because they take some time. But like the Doomsday Cult and the War of the All Dragon feels like there could be some interesting like. It's like, is this them being like, oh, here's their like here's them just kind of bolstering their ideology or something on that, though I don't come to think of it.
You're doing like a period or an event?
Yeah, I'm thinking an event. Let's see, is there any do we have so the guild so I'm thinking maybe after the guilds unify to defeat the All Dragon, the aftermath of the war causes a resurgence in cult activity, just because people are like, there's stuff happening, this is something new and unforeseen, and the Gatists are like, hey, we've been saying this. So, and which would be dark, probably. Domesday Gatists?
Domesday.
It's the Norse version.
Okay, I was gonna. Yeah, I need to. After the stream, I'm gonna have to figure out where that. Oh, here it is.
Would it be like Gator Damarung
Something I don't know.
instead of Gotter Damarung?
It's fine.
That's like the only word I know from Norse mythology, and I don't even know if I pronounced it right.
There's a lot of words in Norse mythology. It's all right.
Yeah.
There's like at least 10. Yeah. Just because, like, I could imagine, like, there was just a big war,
Yeah.
and
A lot of people are probably
that could
like,
easily be capitalized on for. Exactly.
Yeah, I imagine they would point to the All Dragon as something connected to like the fabric of the universe or the gate itself, whether it
Mhm.
is or not.
It's like, hey, yeah, remember that giant war? Remember how there's a big murder gate in the sky? Maybe you should be taking us more seriously. They started a recruitment campaign. They put up some posters
Yet another portent.
of the end times.
All right, cool.
So then moving around, or I guess
So we
we don't
have
need to do
me, Tom, and Danla, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do either of you have something?
I
got
did think of something. Oh, go ahead, Tom.
Well, what's the order of operations here? Who's next?
I don't think it really matters.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
we're reforming it.
I just
now.
had a simple one for at the end of Interstellar Highways established. Just going to be, let me see here. It's like guild, or sorry, not guild. Jeez. Like,
I'll be right back.
and you have a group of doomsday, a group of gatist cultists establish, like, they go beyond the boundaries of explored space with the idea of building like a colony dedicated to their like belief system, essentially.
Ah.
Mm.
Oh, you're typing. Sorry.
I'm typing. Sorry.
I
So
like
it's-
the term
it's
Gatgeists, though.
A Doomsday Gatist community.
Yeah.
Would that be light?
I can't
Yeah.
think about other cult communities.
Yeah. Shit
Oh,
gets
that's
real
true.
culty real fast.
Yeah. Shit's good.
I mean,
That's fair.
All right, that's me.
Okay.
Okay, mine goes really hand in hand with this, but it probably would come after and is maybe sometime during the migration, and maybe this isn't like an exact cause of the migration, but it would be a ZYDO scientist goes kind of rogue, like joins the cult basically,
Ooh.
and works together with them, and they try to create their own singularity to speed up the gate's expansion, like make a new gate and try to speed up the timeline on the
like
Doomsday.
that.
So when are you thinking for this?
I'm thinking it's probably sometime during the period of the migration. I don't know where it perfectly fits, but I think it would be after they've kind of established their colony and things
Okay.
gotten real culty.
Yeah.
So
As I say, there's also
yeah.
we discover the gate is expanding. Could be like because we influenced its expansion.
yeah, that could be.
So, rogue ZYDO scientist. Did you say works with cultists to try to mess around with the gate, expand the gate?
Create a new gate.
Yeah, they like try to create a new singularity within the gate or something like that to try to almost like double its effect or something like that. Make it larger. Make it faster.
Big
And I imagine that something like goes horribly wrong and there's mass destruction blamed on the cultists or something like that.
Okay. So definitely dark.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, at some point, not super far after that in the grand scheme of things, in trying to stop a big end of the world party, there were only 2 cultists that showed up, so
Yeah.
they're not doing
Well,
so hot.
I kind of like the idea that like they're like by the time we get that far at the end, maybe like a lot of the steam has gone, like something really terrible has happened to their like offshoot society that they tried to build, and it's sort of like, I think this is a horrible comparison, but it's kind of Jonestown-y, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where you still have, or like, you know, some other horrific apocalyptic cult community where like they sort of flamed out in their, yeah, and there's still like gatists around, but it's kind of like it's not a big movement anymore. Like that was like there's this horrible thing that where the whole sometime between like, you know, the beginning and that scene that we did, I think something kind of gnarly happened to the gatists as like a movement, so that when they're kind of like just like a weird sad punchline by that point, right? Does that make sense?
No,
Yeah.
that makes
We
sense.
were playing them kind of silly, you know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
So like
yeah.
maybe as part of this, like they go to make that singularity, and all they really succeed in is like destroying most of their own cults. Like they just kind of evaporate into this nothingness, and then their ranks are reduced, and they just become like a laughing stock kind of thing.
Yeah, they're like, well, sad, but also like not a major force in the way they might have been at one point.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I gotta get something to drink. I'll be back.
I mean, especially if that was at like their big, like society, that they like their offshoot, real culty isolationist colony, because like one scientist and a bunch of cultists, a working singularity machine does not make.
It's true.
Indeed.
This got sad.
Yeah, well,
Lareem is.
Oh, go ahead.
Lareem is just sad that he didn't get voided, so
Yeah.
he has to go
Well,
over the top because he's one of the survivors.
And that's what I
Yeah,
was
so like
thinking.
maybe.
You got a thing?
Yeah, go. Well, no, you might be about to say the same thing, so go ahead.
Well, I think so. I really wanted to do a scene. I wanted to do a scene with ZYDO builds Tesseract Communicator to try and intercede with the higher dimensional beings who live in gate space. And I actually think that would totally explain it. Oh, hold on, a thing happened. What thing happened? Where was it?
Thing.
Zenith Trooper? Did I read that?
Zenith Trooper.
Zenith Trooper.
Hi, Ben.
Oh, thank
Oh
you.
wait, we can't say names.
Well, Tom can.
If that is your real Ben.
Yeah. Tom can do whatever he wants. So I
Sure.
think the Tesseract Communicator puts the cultists in such a position as to be experiencing the full power of the higher gate beings and just zaps them into another reality, reduces them to atoms, blanks their minds in such a way that they are rendered useful or useless. So all of the actual zealot cultists like get the full face of what's happening, and all that's left are like the hangers on and the unorganized and the people who slept in that day. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So how should we move stuff around there? Does this all go under the Tesseract Communicator period? Or event, kind of?
Because I thought it was what the cult was building was something different. Like the Tesseract was supposed to be like a good thing.
I mean, that it is a good thing to kill all the crazy zealots of Doomsday.
I mean, yeah, but I don't think it was made as a communication device, not a zealot disintegrator.
Well, I mean, it was Tom's suggestion, so does that completely invalidate what you were thinking with it?
No, I mean, it's not. I was just throwing that out there into the soup. My like thing was that they at some point went on and actually like tried to establish a civilization somewhere. Like I was just throwing shit into the pot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and kind of what I was getting off of Tom, and kind of works with what you're saying too, Dave, is like this in what it appears for everybody else, it like just discredits this entire cultist organization as like, well, they just wanted and destroyed themselves basically, haha. But to them, they just like experienced enlightenment basically. They made it. They went to oblivion.
That's an interesting idea. I dig that. I'm all about it.
Yeah. Who knows what happened to them?
Right. Yeah, I don't even know that it needs to be a scene. I don't know that there's exactly a question there, right? But I think it's just an event that happened, which is like somewhere between the construction and the research and in the waning days of this cult. I think that I want to name it as that's the object that did it to him.
Yeah.
Like, if anything, the question would probably be like, where did a Tesseract Communicator end up? You know what I mean? That might be the only question.
So should that event then be moved up to before the rogue ZYDO scientist thing?
Well, I think that event still makes sense there. Maybe we just move that whole thing, my thing, to after that.
Oh.
Cat, come here.
Or it could be like they started doing that, and that would take time. So maybe like this is the rogue ZYDO scientist is with them doing their thing. So what I'm wondering is whatever the cultists are trying to build the same thing as the Tesseract Communicator, or are those two different devices?
So maybe what they do is they try to just use the Tesseract communicator for something different than its intended purpose.
Yeah.
Sure, that
Gotcha.
makes sense. Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Alright.
It's a telephone and an instrument of bludgeoning.
Why has the radio got all these spikes on it?
Like, oh well, Jim got in there last week and he thought it needed to look cooler.
Quick aside, one of my favorite items that a DM has created for a D&D campaign is the Clue by 4, which was a club where if you whack it up against someone's head, they get, I think it's a plus D4 to their next wisdom check or intelligence check.
It's pretty good. Yeah, clue by 4.
And they also still take the club damage.
Oh, absolutely.
Of course.
Yeah. All right, cool. That is my event then.
All right. Is that everyone? Did everyone get a turn then on the Doomsday Cultists focus?
Seems like it.
Okay.
Everyone who's here anyway.
Yes. So I will move that down. So that leaves you and me, Tristan, as people who have not been the lens yet.
All right.
I have an idea of what I want to do for my focus.
Go ahead.
Oh boy.
And I don't even know what's going to come out of it, but it's something that's on our timeline that I feel like, oh, we haven't really done anything with that yet.
Yeah.
So I am going to make our focus the Moon Society.
No moon.
Oh,
Because there's no
moon.
and we haven't done anything with it. And it's like, we have a Moon Society. What's that like?
Yeah.
Who's there? What they do?
The whalers.
Moon.
I had that stuck in my head for like 2 hours today.
And just for
And I was just-
reference, the Moon Society, so far the only thing we have for it is that it was established during the space travel period.
Yeah.
Yep. It was testing our living out the space kind of
Yeah.
dealio.
So I guess I start, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the thing that I was thinking about doing as an event was like, as one of our first attempts at space travel, we were like, okay, I don't know if we can reach the gate. Well, let's try and reach the moon and see if that works, and then we'll try and progress further to the gate. So
And if you miss, you land among the stars.
Hey.
But the stars are actually a lot farther out in space than
Yeah.
the moon is.
So I'm going to.
It's from a motivational poster, Amanda.
Yeah, I'll
It's
put it
okay.
here. First successful. First successful space travel gets us to the moon. Or, is there a better way to word that? Like,
I mean,
first attempts at space travel get us to the moon.
But it's kind of like potentially two things even, because unless it was already a biddable planet-like thing, we kind of also had to learn to terraform, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
There's a lot of potential.
My event is just like the event of getting our space ships of whatever sort we have off the ground into space and to the moon. Who wants to go next?
I've got an idea. Oh,
Yeah, go ahead.
so just to get ZYDO even further entrenched in all this, I'd say somewhere, probably like it would be between that and Moon Society, of ZYDO doing extensive terraforming as well as habitat construction, also cementing their hold on the moon colony.
Okay.
So it's like they're doing all this stuff and making it livable, but this is all ZYDO.
Yeah.
They made it livable. They built these places. If you're on the moon, you're living for ZYDO. Because I like them getting really entrenched everywhere.
Gotcha. And so would
Also,
that
real
be-
good argument is, oh, well, if you don't like the nice land we've terraformed for you, just go live somewhere else on the
Get
moon.
your own land.
Get your
That
own
would
land.
be
Build your own moon colony with
like
blackjack
Slash
and
Dark.
hookers.
Just like shove all the Futurama references we can into this.
I mean,
I was doing it in the interview.
Yeah.
Uh,
Dave,
I'm gonna have to
that's what
watch
Dave
the video.
yeah. We're also on the moon, so there've been like 10 episodes about being on the moon.
I had another idea for an event, so if it gets back to me, I'll make it quick.
Yeah, it has to. I've got one if nobody else is rip roaring and ready to go.
Ooh.
So remind me, we talked about the Guild General Charter and Compact dissolving, and I believe that was in reference to once we got through the gate, people were like, that united us, and now we're kind of not interested in being united as much.
Yeah, basically.
Okay. Do I step on any toes too much if I say like a or the actual signed guild charter is stored on the moon, and then while it is getting dissolved, right, in the strictest sense of like we will no longer cooperate with that other guild, the oxygen and the artificial gravity for like the lunar base is cut, and someone gets in there and actually steals said charter?
I'm all about that.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
Somebody. Yes.
Yeah.
And you said you didn't like Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, well, and I think it's a scene because I want to know why do they want it? Why do they physically want it? What happens when they? Why to what purpose are they stealing this charter?
All right, I'm down for that being. That sounds like a really fun scene.
When you hold it over a candle at midday, there's a treasure map.
I know where all of you live.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So we're doing a scene.
Yeah, so setting the scene or whatever is like the entire lunar base. So I think that there's no there's a lot, right? Pretty much anything you can assume it's there. I don't think we have to worry about that. I don't think that there is a banned character, but I think there are required characters in like a or the team stealing said charter, right? As well as a or the members of the lunar security force.
Yeah. Dave, how am I never typing when you're actually saying the question the first time you say it?
Because I ramble.
Question is why did they steal it?
Why was it stolen?
Why did they
That's
want
right.
to steal the guild charter? Right, because like
Yeah.
it was literally
why
getting
stole?
dissolved, and like even if that was very subtle, right, and like very bureaucratic in nature, like the writing was on the wall.
Mm-hmm. And the required characters you had were
At least a member of the lunar defense force, like the moon cops, and at least one member of the stealing party, because we have like what that will be the lens in which we view. Okay, this is why you were stealing it, right? And I think that probably the scene could resolve itself as they don't know, they were just told to do it. Although that does seem uninspired, because I think the question is like, okay, why were you stealing it, right?
Yeah.
That, I guess if we answered it that way, it'd be who it was for is probably the answer. But, okay. And then it doesn't start with me, right? I go last to pick character.
I think
I have an idea for a character, but I want quick clarification on something.
Yeah.
Is the ZYDO Institute considered a guild? Would it be part of this guild charter?
Mhm.
Okay.
I believe so, right?
All right. Then
I think
I want to call the person who's stealing the charter.
Oh, okay.
is I'm assuming I'm assuming this is effectively an off limits character.
There are no
Can
off-limits characters.
Like someone who is like communicating with them, the shadowy figure that said go get the thing.
Perfect.
Is that
Yeah.
acceptable?
Yeah, I mean that's kind of time in this case. I think.
Gotcha.
I don't know how much. you
Whatever
could-
works.
I don't know if you could so much. I don't know. Yeah, do it. Fuck it. We'll see what happens.
Like I'm thinking like
Okay.
this is sci-fi. They have some level of communications
I'm
devices.
in.
They've got magical ear crystals.
Okay.
Cut scene to
The-
some dude in a cardboard box in a hallway.
Yeah. And I'm picturing like one half, like the how in all the spy movies there's like the person who hangs back
You're good.
and is
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
feeding them the info.
Yeah.
That mixed with the person sending them on the job
All
is
right,
what
what
I'm
else-
picturing.
what else we
Okay.
got?
Do we want to do we want to go clockwise, or do people just want to jump in with their character ideas?
Yeah, I am a archivist whose job is the maintenance of. I'm an archivist. I work in the building, but I'm not a security person. I'm just here to take care of the documents, among them being the guild general charter, as well as the charters of all the individual guilds and things like that.
Yeah.
I'm loving this.
And also, I am a crab.
Yeah. I mean,
Of
obviously.
course.
I will be at least one of the guards since I made them mandated.
Okay.
Has anyone watched Star Trek Discovery?
No.
I haven't
There's
yet.
an aquatic guy named Saru, and I love him because I'm pretty sure he's acted by Doug Jones, master of all
yeah.
things.
Doug Jones is awesome.
Yeah. So I just RNG'd and got Sarosu. And I was like, oh, I know what I am, and he's aquatic based anyways, so I'm the weird
Nice.
little fishy gill man.
Where was that name generator?
I can link.
Oh yeah.
Aren't there undead on the moon?
They're
Oh,
just
they're-
undead,
they're-
period.
I know there was someone did specify
The moon
undead
is
are on the
haunted.
moon. Moon is haunted. That was it.
Oh, that's right.
Well,
Can,
I mean,
can I be a ghost? Can I knock shit over?
Yeah.
You're involved in the.
you're the
sure.
spirit of friendship.
And the cool thing about that is, like, you don't have to be on anyone's side. You might just be there to disrupt things.
That's always fun.
Wanna know why it got vented?
And Dan, who are you gonna be?
Well, I was thinking I was going to be another one of the Steeler team, because I wanted to play an ancestor of Okella Zakiri, who was the spy in the summoning. So,
I like that.
like a great grandfather, somebody who, their family's maybe always been part of the, like, he's a dragoon as well, but like the dragoon resistance or whatever it is.
Yeah. So you're sort of like partners with whoever's the main stealer is.
Yeah.
Is ZYDO good or bad?
That's a good
That's
question.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, let us consider.
You'll notice a lot of the things of ZYDO does thing is light/dark.
It's not about why.
My
It's about
character's name.
why
would
not?
be-
Sending a message.
Ooh, I like this name. Also, because it reminds me of. My character's name is Ogubaro. Ogubaro.
It keeps going. It's such a long name.
I'm trying to figure out how this is supposed to be pronounced.
The
or how to
gabagool.
change it to something that's easier to pronounce.
Hmm.
Ogubaro.
Ogao? You could just be Ogao.
Yeah, I'm
I
gonna
call him Ogao for short.
Ogao Boot. Yeah.
And my character, I'm gonna make my character a woman, because
Ogao.
yeah.
Reasonable.
I'm a crab.
What's like a cool like code name shadowy?
The bird.
The bird.
The bird.
And I'm just trying. Is there any like
Climp.
Climp?
Clip.
Archivist Crab Klimp. That's what Tom has named his character.
Yes.
It's good.
All right. I'm just trying to think of because I want to have. I'm the bird now, apparently.
Yeah. Well, and then we got to. I mean, it's super weird because we're all from sea societies.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, which I do need to set the scene one moment.
Yeah, I was gonna say we reveal thoughts, don't we?
Oh, that's right. I completely forgot about the whole reveal thoughts step of all of this. Sorry.
That's okay.
My thoughts are the guild compact is a magically, or is a, I don't know if there's another word, but like, yeah, it is a magically binding document.
My thoughts are, I love my tour here, and I'm 2 weeks away from retirement.
Oh boy.
No.
That was so. One of my thoughts was if Dave was a guard, I'd be the other guard who's about to retire.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
both about to
Oh.
retire.
Okay.
Well, you're the space ghost. You've already retired.
Yeah.
Oh.
You were 2 weeks from retirement.
And then you die.
A while ago.
Yep. Yeah.
So, like, I don't know how we figured how dead things work, but I feel like I like the idea of them being, like, amorphous amoeba thingies,
I like that.
Mhm.
but
That's
they're
cool.
invisible.
Can you reveal the thoughts of your amorphous amoeba thingy?
So, my initial thought was spooky.
Scary.
So, I feel like this particular space ghost is unhappy with things taking place on their part of existence on the moon.
They were like, I was just chilling here, and then all these people started calling.
You know, like, I died here like forever ago, and now you built a building here.
And I don't want to
was
haunt
my
the building.
home.
I want to haunt the moon.
Tristan, I see that you've changed
Yeah.
your lighting.
Yes.
What are the thoughts of the bird?
The bird has put
A word.
far too many resources into this for failure.
Oh.
And then for my character, and you can tell me whether or not this is what the bird's intentions are, because you're sort of like the higher up. I'm the foot
It's
person.
fine. Do your thing.
Ogal Buro, the whole reason that she's doing this job is because she is sick of the ZYDO Institute's control over the Moon Society. And if they're part of this guild charter, maybe that's the first step in putting a crack in this web of control that the ZYDO Institute seems to have over the Moon Society, but also potentially our whole society.
The bird does not care for your reasons as long as the job gets done.
Okay. To disrupt ZYDO control. Okay. All right. Cool. Shall we start the scene then?
I think I still have my thoughts to give here.
Oh, that's right. You have to give your thoughts. I'm sorry, Dan.
I think no, that's okay. I was struggling to come up with some anyway, but I think I got something. I think he sees this document as being vital for the future when the guilds need to be brought back together again. Like, he doesn't know when that time will be, but he knows that it will be needed.
Nice. That's pretty good.
Okay.
And what are you playing?
Like what is my character?
Yeah. What like role were you?
One of the thieves.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Okay,
one
cool.
of the thieves.
Yeah, I
So,
like
basically, it's me and Dan's character on the ground trying to infiltrate. The bird is giving us our orders
And information.
Right.
and information.
Nice.
Dave is the guard. Amanda is Space Ghost, and Tom is the archivist, who I imagine is like the one with the document at the moment.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
We know that there's a big meeting going on right now, so they've had the document pulled out of state. Like, in case the charter needs to be revised or amended or something, they've had it pulled out of storage, and I'm sort of with it.
This is the perfect time to strike.
all right.
Yeah. Unless somebody has a start, I don't mind starting with Tom.
Yeah, go ahead.
Be like, they
I've got.
was
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't remember anybody's name. You know, you've been here as long as I have. It all kind of blends together.
Yeah. I am Klimp.
Crab?
Yes, as you can see, I am Klimp, the crab.
Oh. Okay, so where are we going with this thing? They just, I got paid overtime. I don't, yeah, I got it.
We're having it wheeled up to document restoration. We want to have it, make sure it doesn't crumble or crack or anything in case it needs to be amended after the conference.
How old is this thing?
Oh, it is. Tom doesn't know how old it is.
Sure,
Well, quite old, potentially. Probably, maybe over a century old.
How many of these things we got in here? I thought we stored like socks here.
No. These documents you see here are vital legal documents. Charters, the original guilds, things like that. Titles to the original lunar craters, the early settlements.
Doesn't this stuff put you to sleep?
I find it fascinating.
Oh,
Are you tired?
I get sea flicks on my. Yeah.
Right, underwater. Yeah. Here, can you lift this? And I get out the charter, and it's like the main body of the charter is like just like one bit, sort of, I guess, seaweed, like part, seaweed paper sheet. But it's got like, and then, all right, so I'll take this. Now you'll take the appendices. it's everything in filing cabinets D through J.
Yeah, and I just like shuffle forwards. Pulling.
No, you're gonna want the lift. You're actually gonna want to get the red one for moving those around. Yeah.
I hate that one. That's the old one. The wheels stick.
So
yeah, but it's the only one big enough.
So I'm picturing like just down the hall, Torsay and Ogao Buro are watching this and just waiting for our moment. And I'm just like, do we try and get what we can while their backs are turned? I mean, they're in the middle of a conversation.
Yeah, I was going to kind of the same, like, just Master, the charter is here. It's exposed.
Do whatever it takes. Fatalities are acceptable.
I was hoping this wouldn't get bloody, but if it's necessary.
While Crab and Guard are like fighting with the
filing cabinets, yeah.
Filing cabinets.
Not the first time Tom and I have had to go face to face with a filing cabinet.
True.
Funny how you say the wheel stick, because you guys are finding it super difficult to open the filing cabinets. Like the doors keep sticking and opening halfway, and whatever trolley you're using, one of the wheels just like doesn't turn.
Okay, you need all of this,
but it's the one that's definitely stuck on the ground.
You need
all right. Of this? Damn. Well, perhaps not right away. I know that we have another trolley in the archive room. Just come with me.
What are you gonna do with? What is this?
They might need to be amended. Listen, all right. I'm heading up to document storage or to document restoration. Escort me there, and then there's another trolley up there that you can bring down here to get this. It's those three, right?
These are all empty. What do you mean? What are you doing with all these? There's nothing in this.
What do you mean there's nothing in them?
There's nothing in it. There's nothing. All of these are blank.
Oh, goodness.
You don't think we need the appendices, do we? I think we
do not need anything but the original charter. Head to document storage. Cut them off.
Okay.
right,
I'll,
well,
I'll take
listen.
out the guards. You block off the archivist.
Oh, I must be in the larger, much heavier filing cabinets. I'd hoped that they'd have. Yeah. All right. Well, anyways, we'll get the thing. Just come with me up to document storage. It's not terribly
All
far.
right, I'm calling.
So
Yeah,
I'm.
so-
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say that Torsay would just, try to impersonate a guard, basically, standing tall and proud with his trident, I guess, and block the hallway and say, "Please, sir, remain in the chambers."
You're saying it to us?
Yes, basically saying, there's been a disturbance ahead. For your safety, please remain where you are.
Oh my goodness. Well, thank God you're here, because Lord knows this deadbeat's not going to do anything for me.
Yeah, and I'm actually really good at this, and I zero in on the fact that your badge number does not, like, I've been here a while, I'm about to retire, and I'm like,
Yeah,
that number doesn't make sense.
And this is where I'm creeping up behind your character, Dave, and I just put you in a friggin' sleeper hold and drag you to the ground.
Yeah, I'm like, what did you say your name was? That badge number?
This will go very easily if you'll just cooperate with us.
You wouldn't recognize my badge number. I'm from a sanction above yours.
No, I
Need
think
that
you guys
charter.
are thieves. I'm going to go on a limb here and say you guys are thieves. Feeling
I'm going
very
to pull out
thievy.
whatever passes for a weapon in this universe. I don't know if it's like a musket or whatever.
A
But
knife?
Using knives if they're quieter.
we're
Don't
in the
make too much
timeline.
noise.
This is still pretty early in the timeline, I guess, but
Stab
like
them.
Powder.
Well, hey, if you guys do anything, I'll destroy this. I'll do it. Don't fuck with a crab. You know what they say? Crabs are crazy. They'll fuck you up. I'll snap this shit in half. It's a 100-year-old document, motherfucker.
Cannot let him destroy the document.
Wouldn't you rather snap me in half?
What?
excuse me, Torsa?
Are you?
Why
Oh, no,
destroy the documents when
we
you can
lost our
destroy me?
archivist. The archivist was scandalized.
It's super effective.
Are you coming on to me?
Look,
I meant nothing of the sort. Why destroy documents when we can settle this in blood and shell?
look, we need that document if we have any hope of loosening ZYDO's grip on the Moon Society. You know and I know what they've done to this place. You know the sort of things that they'll keep doing if that document isn't removed from official handling.
There's... I don't know. I mean... This is a
While
tough...
they're chatting,
Oh, yeah?
well, no, it's too sci-fi, I guess. Okay, imagine. So you know how I was gonna say it's like imagine a green light that's suddenly like changing color, or going down or something. But instead, imagine like one of the spinny barometer thingies.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Like reading the pressure of the room, and it just slowly starts to
Drop.
Yeah.
depressurize.
What are you doing? Why is that
I'm
doing that?
I'm not doing anything. Listen, anything could happen. This is a powerful magical talisman. So the piece of the thing is like the whole of the thing. Someone could do all. Who knows what someone could do with this? You don't know what you're doing.
Look, Clamp. Was that your name, Clamp?
Climp.
Climp. You care for history, don't you?
Well, yes.
This document is vital for the day when these guilds must reunite. We need it to be restored. It cannot be here or it will be destroyed.
All right. So noting that there seems to be like some sort of warning light go off, like there's like some sort of habitat emergency is happening. I'm gonna say, okay. You're sure?
Oh, go ahead.
You're sure that you can get it out of here? I think that there's some sort of accident has happened.
That was a ruse, but something is happening now. We should go. Come with us.
Okay, I'll come with you, but I'm not giving you the document, but I'll come with you.
Are you dragging me along, or have I been left?
You're out cold on the ground.
And you gotta bring him, because I don't want him to asphyxiate.
Oh, possess.
Inhabit my body.
So my first thought was like, if they kill you, then guess what? You're not dead anymore.
Yeah. Well, I'm not dead yet, but you know.
Well, I just realized that I sort of took you out early in the scene, so if you're like waking up or something,
So while Dave is passed out, that means he's a perfect vessel for possession by the space amoeba ghost thing.
Okay.
Amoeba.
And if you'd like to do all the voice acting, Dave, Space Ghost is dropping the pressure, depressurizing things, and trying to eject everybody from the building.
Lovely. I at some point would drop in and tell them to see if they can get Klimp's last name. I've tracked him down to one of 4 Klimps. It's a weirdly common name.
I'll come with you, but I'm not handing this thing over to you.
Look, level with me, Klimp. What is that? Your full name? What's your last name?
Also Klimp.
Oh,
Klimp.
Yes.
Perfect.
You had very creative parents, didn't you?
30 seconds.
Don't mock our traditions.
Look, we don't have time for this. Just come with us.
No. I'll come with you. Well, hold on. Sorry. That's what I was saying. I was going to come with you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Sure, let's do that.
Okay.
All right, cool.
The form of the knocked out guard rises.
That doesn't seem right. Do I need to take you out again? I'm just coming towards you with like the butt of my gun ready to just like knock you over the head again.
Right. And just coming out of its mouth is just as all of the power in the entire lunar bay just shuts down. The gravity turns off. The atmospheric conditions are dropped. So you just fly 9.8 meters per second squared up against the ceiling as I'm just like... Because remember when we set all the power? And
lovely.
Yeah.
Oh,
now we know why.
Good thing I gave you all the best equipment I could buy.
We gotta get out of here.
Inform Klimp that he has the choice between the documents or the lives of those residing in Unit 27-A on Moon Colony 6.
He was gonna come with us. It'll be fine. He'll just come with us.
Not leave witnesses. Him and the possessed guard need to die. They know too much. Get the document and then stab him in the back or the front.
So I imagine while all this is happening, you guys only hear about half of what he's saying because of the interference of the electrical storm being created by the possession.
That's where I was at. Like, the gravity just dropped.
Are we at the point where we have electricity?
We have
we flew to the moon.
Magic is it's magical interference.
Yeah,
you'd have to have something.
Yeah.
All right.
Kill him. Kill them all.
I mean, electricity lives in like living beings, so
yeah. All right, fair enough. All right, what are you gonna do? I'm coming with you, but I'm not giving you the document. What? Your call. Oh no!
Yeah, I shoot him in the head.
Crap.
Good.
And then I turn the gun. I turn the gun on Gus' body, and I'm just like, sorry.
As the crab drops from getting shot, he slowly rises in the same fashion as the knocked out guard.
So there are 2 ghosts now?
Can't anyone die on the fucking moon?
It's an amoeba possession.
You can't possess everyone.
I mean, if they keep dying, she can.
Mitosis.
I'm pointing my gun at
How do you think the moon got infested?
both of them now, I guess. And I'm just saying to Taurus, get the document, get the document.
Yeah, he grabs it and just like smashes the trident through one of the.
Don't you mean you're reloading your pistol?
Yeah, because we're using a
fuck, shit, fuck ass, damn it.
Yeah, he just says, "I have a plan," and smashes through one of the windows, I guess.
Yeah.
Just like shooting things out into moon space.
The vacuum.
Yeah.
Oh, we established there's no vacuum though.
It's
didn't
a
we?
very light vacuum.
It's
Okay,
very
yeah,
light
very light
vacuum.
vacuum.
You also
Still
have
have
really good equipment.
Yeah, so being a future dragoon, he just kind of like grabs the documents and you by one hand just launches out into moon space with a a planned trajectory back to the ship.
Okay. Did we?
Very,
like every now
very
and then
well
you just
done.
get Tom's jaw clacking.
I
What
take
do
it
we
the
even
scene
need
is
this
over.
for?
Oh, no.
You shall see. I will say that Crab was onto something. That document does hold quite a bit of magical power. But, when you combine something of such great magical power as well as such great economic power, oh, the things you can do with it. Drop it at the designated location, and your various funds or other valuables will be returned to you, or paid back in full. You know the deal.
Oh, so it was extortion.
The bird has spent far too many resources. One of them may have gotten paid. Maybe both of them got paid. Maybe someone was hostage.
All right.
He was willing to hold hostages for Clack's family.
Yeah, true. I don't know that we actually solved why it was stolen. Kinda. That is powerful.
Well, I think there were just a lot of different intents there, because like Torsay had a reason, Ogao had a reason, and
I didn't want to just outright state, like, just say this is why
Yeah, fucking
with the
power
bird.
move. First scene, like,
Nope.
I'm stealing this document because...
I'm having you steal the document because it'll give me limitless power. I will hold on to it and then use it to control all of the ZYDO Institute and the other guilds. Then I'm going to have everyone run through a weird maze with locations all across the different territory.
Get out of
And
here.
then oh wait, shoot.
Yeah, that's Ravnica. Hold on.
Dang it.
All right.
I will be the living guild general charter and compact.
Nice. All right. Cool.
All right.
Yeah, it holds a lot of magical and political power, is at least the bird's reason.
Yeah.
I gotta step away for one
And you
second.
left no survivors, which is good.
well, sort of
The guard lived.
survivors.
He's unconscious floating through space.
Yeah, space isn't that dangerous.
Possessed and unconscious floating through space.
And in 2 weeks from retirement.
All right. So
That's
who
a
else
death sentence. I'm going
who
to turn my
else
light back on.
has stuff to do for the Moon Society? So that's been me, Dave, and who else has already gone this round?
I went with the terraforming.
You went with the terraforming thing.
I have one.
Okay.
I'm not sure where to put it, but I'd like to imagine that at some point it just becomes impossible to continue inhabiting the Moon Society because of the
Moon ghost.
supernatural space ghost.
Mhm.
And I'd like to liken it to the fact that like the moon's core is actually like something super resonating.
Ooh. So
But I'm not sure how to phrase
how
it.
do you feel about that being in the observed migration beyond the gate period? Because that seems to be like a time of change, and we don't have a whole ton of events in there. And that's like, unless you're imagining it happening much earlier in the timeline, I feel like that makes sense as sort of like as things start to get towards like the end of our timeline, things like that happen, like the Moon Society. It's untenable to live there anymore, and that sort of thing.
Yeah,
Maybe
I
it's
think that works.
Yeah, and it might even be connected to what's going on with the migration beyond the gate, where it's like things are changing in such a way that people can't stay in the places that they're supposed to.
Yeah.
Supernatural presences make it untenable.
I'd like to imagine that this starts to pop up in other areas of our galaxy, though,
Oh,
as well. Like,
yeah.
it can't just be the moon that this is
Yeah.
happening to.
Similar situations pop across the galaxy. I like that.
Space ghosts.
Space ghosts.
And that's
From
why,
coast
I
to
like
coast.
likening it to more of an energy than,
Mhm.
yeah.
It's the resonance left behind by life when it's
Mm-hmm.
no longer alive. And some say he's still clacking to this day.
Avenge me!
Nah, you got shot.
I didn't want to shoot you. I didn't want to do it.
Well, you could have not shot me instead.
Yeah, nah, you weren't giving up the document.
So
but-
I went next, and down in Observe Migration Beyond the Gate, we added Moon Society's supernatural presence renaissance, make it untenable to live there longer, and similar situations are popping up through the galaxy.
So we're seeing a lot of different people moving.
Yeah.
That's what I was
Like-
thinking. Because she had the idea for the event, and I was trying to figure out where it made the most sense. And since the observed migration beyond the gate seems like that's a time of transition, it seemed like it fit best in that period.
Nice. Cool.
Also, we didn't have a ton of events in that period.
For sure.
So that leaves Tom and Dan LA to do stuff with the Moon Society.
Moon Society. Moon Society. I'm gonna put this right at the end of We Discover the Gate is expanding. No, sorry. I just realized that. Right. The Moon Society expires at a certain point.
And then it comes back.
And then it comes
right
back.
before the universe end.
Hold on. I think that the last battle of the dragon, the fight with the All Dragon, was fought on the moon. Like, it was fought on our side of the gate.
I'm so glad you did that, because that was the thing I was thinking about doing after I did mine, was like, it would be great to have a moon battle during the War of the All Dragon.
Yeah.
It's where some of those moon ghosts came from.
Yeah, you know.
Moon's haunted.
Moon's haunted.
That was the original
thing you had a
Irish
pistol.
spelling of fought that you had there, Tom.
Out.
Bout. All right, that's it. That's what I got.
Cool.
I think mine is going to be
Wonderful. Come be my friend.
somewhere maybe at the beginning of the War of the All Dragon, or
Friend.
where do we have like the guilds really becoming a big thing?
I think
That
that
dissolves.
the guilds are.
I guess they've already existed the whole time, right?
Yeah, right. Like, as soon as they were a part of the building of the ships to get us into orbit.
It's like the
Yeah, it's sort of
prehistory.
during the
Okay.
War of the All Dragon, they're dissolved because they dissolved right before it, but they come back together at the end of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think maybe just toward the end of space travel, after the Moon Society's been established, and the guild charter has dissolved. So I guess it'll be kind of here before we head into deeper space. What would be like similar to the Mages Guild or something, or maybe like a darker Mages Guild. I don't know. Just Mages Guild. They discover that the moon has, while not being like strictly a magic source itself, it channels it fairly well through maybe all the undead that are there, and they create a monolith that is like this magical beacon,
Monolith?
basically,
Dang it,
on
you
the moon.
took my thing before I said it.
And it just becomes this like major magical power source that could be used for the. Maybe that's why it was staged as a final battle in the War of the All Dragon.
So would that be light or dark?
I think it's probably light at the time. They discover that they can. Yeah, it's before Deeper Space that they can really channel a lot of magical power on the moon, and
also
reach further, I guess.
I'm really loving how these different details are establishing the moon as like if the guilds are our tribute to Ravnica, the moon is becoming our tribute to Innistrad. In the Innistrad lore, like necroalchemy and like Geist and like the Scabarin zombies that Frankenstein type guys create are powered by Geists or ghosts.
It's good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I dig there being a guild or a faction or a group that is like space liches, and it's not like watch out or the space liches will get you. It's just like we have to be at the just like they're one of the guilds, and they were just like technically a ghost provides 155 joules of energy per second.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Think of how many candles that's equivalent to.
Properly contained.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
The most important thing is thick enough glass so you can't hear their eternal wails.
Does that
Their ships are powered by hauntings.
A gun is powered by screams.
I think that means everyone got a chance to do something with the Moon Society.
Yeah.
So do we have time to do a lens round for Tristan?
Yeah, I think we can sneak it in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
We
that
probably
was our
want to keep
last
it to one scene, if any.
All right.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be a bit self-indulgent with this one. But I like I'm what?
Because the rest of us haven't.
I mean, I don't know. You were who? Anyway, so I'm going with let's focus on the last stop because I'm a sucker for big spaceport last end of the line kind of thing. Also, the idea of this is the closest society to that we can get to the gate that's on our side. Like it feels like there's a lot of potential there.
I love that this is our last focus too, because I feel like that'll tie directly into our characters in the actual campaign and what we're going to be doing.
Sure. Yeah,
Feels
we'll
like a
definitely see
solid hub.
that. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
do you want to start it or?
I can hold off just in case there's anything that any gaps I want to fill in or anything like that. Does anyone else have a?
Okay, so the last stop was established at the beginning of the Interstellar Highway.
Yep, that's was, and I want to say it was noted that is roughly a day's travel from the gate.
Okay.
So it's close. I'm assuming
Right.
Earth and the Moon, or
I want
Earth and the Moon.
to be a piece of shit.
Go ahead.
So right near the end, it says we discover the gate is expanding. We know because it expands to encapsulate the last stop.
Yeah.
And the last stop is gone. Not on the other side of the gate. It just doesn't anymore.
Yeah.
I like that.
That's just an event.
Yeah.
So it still means you have most of history to deal with it. Or you can also be like, the whole universe is consumed by the gate. The last stop, however, that's fine too.
The last
shows
stop
back
is
up.
indestructible.
Yeah.
Yeah. It pops back up, apparently.
Made with tritherium beams.
So yeah, the last stop is consumed by the gate.
Diamondylium shielding.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Dimondium, something like that. So it's always fun having the last safe respite be consumed.
I've got one.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with it's in the observed migration from beyond the gate, and it's going to be nomad. How would I put this? There are a on the last stop, a cell a cabal, like a cell / cabal of nomad, meaning the unnamed, unknown alien civilization who were trying to do something to the gate, are found trying to do something.
Ooh,
Grow something?
Is your cat meowing?
Yes.
nice. They were trying to get a cat.
Do something to interact with the gate on the other side.
They were trying to like put big jets on one side of it so it would fly into the gate.
Yeah. And I think that when they're discovered, they try and like launch there was some sort of violent encounter, although what their goals were is unclear.
Squid redeemed hydrate or dihydrate, so either become a ghost on the moon or...
I have hydrated.
Oh, these
I
are
will
new.
have to receive hydration.
Yeah, I put in a bunch new channel point spends.
I noticed there's some fun one. There was a posture check in there. There's hydrate or dihydrate.
I hate the posture check. It's a
Oh,
terrible
I'm
idea.
terrible.
I'm not. I'm.
There's guide the raid.
That's a fun one.
No cursing.
Yeah, so
that
that
one-
one's definitely,
That was great.
that one's also definitely dark because while the nomads have their intentions are ambiguous, but there was at the very least the encounter turned violent, and they were in a much reduced state from the huge fleet that was encountered on the far side of the gate, but their technology was still quite dangerous. But yeah, that's
Sounds
what I
fun.
thought. Yeah. I'm just trying to think of places where I'd want to be in a role-playing game scenario.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you're set. We're like, one of the other things. This sets up a bunch of fun things for Dave.
Yeah,
That's
Mhm.
Isn't that what it's really about?
exactly.
I mean, actually, a little bit. Yeah, we are building the world and giving you fun things to work with in the world gives us a better game.
Yeah,
We've just got to get them to stop saying that there's electricity when there's not. The damn bastard.
Is there not
It's
electricity?
magic.
There's
I'm pretty sure we took that off the table.
Oh.
Magic gives us equivalence. Hence the weird magical.
The magical
I had
vibrations are
endings.
interrupted.
Yeah, we can go back to the drawing board on that if we've. Yeah, we can see exactly what we didn't.
If
end
there
up
is
with.
electricity, it's super basic. I think the idea has been, if something would be
no.
done by electricity, we have magical
Oh,
alternatives.
it's no digital stuff or high technology,
It's-
right?
Right,
I guess we
yeah.
could
Right.
have
Yeah.
electricity. It's just no like computers or
Again, to
digital
use a
something like
magic
that.
reference, it's like the Is It Guild. Like they
Yeah.
use electric stuff, but it's not like
There's
digital.
not a network, yeah. It's also...
Yeah,
At least we
I-
have plumbing.
Okay,
I likened it to Eberron in a lot of ways. Like,
Yeah.
sure.
Oh, I heard a cat.
I love that. I heard that was storytelling right
All
there.
Who's up next? Because I'm gonna have to bail
Bethesda.
pretty soon.
Oh yeah. I have an idea. I don't know if like it affects anything that you were planning, Dave. Then feel free to shoot it down. But at some point, I wanted to put in an event of like the idea that the last stop, because of its proximity to the gate, establishes a sort of like tenuous form of communication with whoever's beyond the gate. Again, we haven't really established anything on the other side of the gate, and I don't know how much of that you want to give away or anything, but I feel like them being that close, they would have like some sort of it could be anything from like a whole diplomatic like section of the station to it's a guy in a room who has this one frequency that they're able to tap into, and he knows that room really well, but they establish some sort of maybe not great communication, but some sort of connection with the beings on the other side of the gate.
Nice. Oh, that's cool. It's a lot of fun.
I was gonna go a step further and be like, they connect through music, but that's one cliche and two, like that's just too self-indulgent.
Sound can't travel in space.
You can't in this one. There's no vacuum.
That's just silly.
So as an event, I guess would that happen before the mushroom people, or I'm thinking during the
It feels
Interstellar
before.
Yeah.
Or
Okay.
maybe-
Blast.
I was just say somewhere along the interstellar highway makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then we might like set up a chain of them.
Mm-hmm.
Establishes-
And maybe that helps us like make deals with mushroom people.
Because I think we
Yeah.
decided like the communication from ship to ship is like light based, signal flag based. But I like the idea of like very much like dead drops. You know, like the beacons are lit, Gondor calls for aid. It can travel pretty far fairly quickly, but it's still like, yes, no.
France. So like fun reading. France at one point had a like giant semaphore stations.
Mhm.
It was these like big things on hills stretching like across the entire country, with these dudes in rooms with binoculars that would just copy the next
Yeah.
thing.
I talked about semaphores in the fantasy game.
Yeah, it was actually used for a stock market scam at one point.
It's genius.
Oh yeah,
That was how the
They-
Lombards made a lot of their money because they had a better communication network than anyone else.
yeah. These guys were bribing the people to send error message, like send like, "Oops, that was a mistake." But they had a guy on either end who knew what it actually meant.
Right.
Yeah, fun thing to look into.
All right. Who else has got stuff?
Dan or Amanda?
I
Amanda.
think
Demand.
mine is like. Oh, sorry. Did you have something, Amanda?
No. You're good.
I think it probably fits somewhere in the observed migration beyond the gate, and maybe before the first attempt at communication. Like the first large swaths of things from beyond the gate come through, and they're not expecting the last stop to have been built so like largely at this point, and so when they come through, they actually destroy a lot of the last stop immediately around the gate because their ships aren't calibrated to really like expect a lot of material on the other side. So it takes out a large chunk of the areas immediately surrounding the gate, and there's a period of reconstruction and reimagining.
The great crashing of London.
Survived the Great Fire.
Wow, where's my typing?
Ian's drunk.
You know, he
chose Dihydrate.
This isn't water. This is just whiskey. Straight whiskey.
Good old
Real good
whiskey.
vodka.
So yeah.
Is that Amanda that's left?
Yep.
Amanda and I was
Oh,
gonna
that's right.
wrap it up
You deferred.
Yeah, that's right.
if that's all right.
No, totally.
So the first talking about the last stop is right under the interstellar highway, right? Like
Yes.
the
Yeah.
port is established. I would like to go to space travel and after we head into deeper space. So I wanted to, it's before like the war happens. You know what? No. Right after Moon Society, ZYDO Institute starts researching and planning for a future space station, codenamed The Last Stop.
Yeah. They're getting their hands on everything. All right. So I'm trying to think of like a good way to like bring it all together and give it a fitting end.
It's all on
Um,
you.
I know.
Um,
Oh yeah.
it's sorry, it's on the DL though. Like, it's never really stated that ZYDO created the last stop. But it's what happened, so like the rumors are heavily implied.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Or they were like
They use
background
a
funding
shell
or supplying
company.
tech.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a shell company that actually is like, we made this.
Mhm.
I'm assuming we at this point it's getting pretty late. It would be probably a bit too late for a scene.
I think if it's a simple scene, we can do it. But yeah, it's pretty late.
Gotcha. I'll keep it simple then and throw in.
So you can do a scene that we don't act out by just stating what happens, I believe.
I'll just I was considering doing some sort of thing with kind of going off of that of like ZYDO contracting out and promoting the shell company and them doing stuff with kind of promoting it. But I like more interesting, and I kind of want to set up as a specific. Where would it be? It would probably be just after last stop is established. Associates trade. So I'm gonna throw in, and is this gonna work? It does. That as and just kind of like as an official setting this in stone, as the mercantile guilds establishing trade, people start like deciding. I don't know exactly how to phrase it well, but basically people start being like, I'm gonna go out to the gate and seek my fortune and be like a gate adventurer, and that just becomes a thing. And there's like the tales of fortune and glory that spread, and just the idea of gate travel and going there
The
to try
adventure
and
pulps begin.
effectively, yeah. Like this is like until
Come
then
chase
it's
your
been very
glory
like
beyond the gate.
yeah,
Five
like up
lucky
until it's been
souls.
like lots of like like very
I
sciencey
need
people
you.
and careful thing. Yeah.
I have to thank you because I have been trying to come up with lyrics for like a full song version of the Gate theme,
Mhm.
and that sort of solidified in my mind what to do with it.
I'm glad.
Nice.
Because it's just like up until now it's all been like sciencey people and like very careful, calculated. This is like, hey, you know what's a really good way to just get people to start throwing stuff at the wall to see what sticks? Tell them they can get rich doing it. You get a lot of very expendable people just doing
It's
it,
also a
and
very
you get to watch what
convenient
happens.
place to drop us in to play our games.
That too.
That was a
That's why it's-
perfect thing to end with.
Yeah. Because I'm just like, it's never really been established if it's a frequent thing to just kind of go and try and adventure through the gate.
Boys over
Now
here
it has
playing
been.
4D chess.
I mean, this also note that people start becoming gate adventurers. That does tie into Last Stop because that's probably where a lot of them are going to be setting up their
Oh, yeah.
hubs.
Of course.
Yeah.
I really like hub areas, guys.
There's
They're
two.
really fun.
There's two within a day of each other.
I know.
Mhm.
I know. Well, I mean, yeah, but this is on our side of the gate. Like, there's the Last Stop's totally safe. Nothing's gonna happen to it. It's safe. It's not like the gate is gonna get any bigger.
Not yet. All right.
It's fine. Set up here. Go and adventure. Stop by the other one if you need supplies, but come back here to sell all of your resources to all these places that aren't owned by ZYDO and spend your money at all the other places that totally aren't owned by ZYDO. Don't worry about it.
So
ZYDO is just the secret monopoly company behind everything, and everything else is just a subsidiary of ZYDO.
They're getting their hands on everything.
Cool.
All right.
Gate adventures.
So I think that's it. I think we're ready to adventure in the gate.
Yeah.
All
Oh
right.
man.
Make sure there's not like a final step in the book.
Oh,
But it seems like we're done.
I say
I think-
just closed it.
we feel pretty. We have a timeline. We have a feel for the world. And I think if any disagreements come along, we can just be like, "Hey, what seems right?" Like,
Yeah. All right, fair enough.
I think at this point it's Dave's world.
Well,
I mean,
not
that's
Yeah.
yeah,
all of our world.
yeah.
But I do,
Given
I
that
do
the
think
game-
it's
Somewhere the bird is out there.
So directly from the manual, ending the game. Given that the game is all about delving deeper and deeper, it may not surprise you that Microscope has no defined ending. There are no victory conditions, no goal except to create something that interests you. Play for as long as you want, and then stop.
All right.
cool.
Does that mean we're all winners or we're all losers?
I think we're all winners.
To be
I think-
continued.
We're all
We have
storytellers.
built a world, and now a bunch of us get to go die in that world. And
Yeah.
Dave gets to kill us all.
Or
Also, is it
thrive.
just me, or is Tom's up from his
Yeah,
nose up?
Yeah,
is just
no,
Tom
What's
is
up?
deleted?
he's frozen.
I'm frozen.
Okay,
What?
it's on stream too.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
frozen.
you are modern art, my friend. If
The
you'll
most
glance
Oh,
off
I'm
stream,
Yeah,
tampering with your transmission.
a green line.
I've been.
Oh,
I
There
blame
you go.
Batman interference.
He's been hacked.
I
Go-
mean,
Probably,
yeah, probably.
probably Space
Thanks
Ghost.
for watching, everybody.
Yeah, thanks for watching.
Yeah.
As
that's
soon
just
as I have finalized album art
If we're
for it, I
lucky.
will be putting the gate theme up on my Bandcamp, iandoherty.bandcamp.com. That's IANDOHERTY.bandcamp.com. And it will be available
Nice.
for pay what you want. So
Nice.
pay me if you want to. If you want it for free, go for it.
Is there a way for us to get it for free, and then when we have money, go back and pay?
I think that should be possible. Or you can get one of
That-
the other things that I have on there.
I mean that too. That's fine. That's
No,
I was
okay.
like, I don't want to do a
Did
scene
you
in
get a
the
cat?
No, that's
Tom's
fine.
already locked the door.
Yeah. No, you're fucking dead. No, it's my room. It's my new roommate's cat.
Nice.
Okay. Does it have only half a tail?
Yes, that is correct.
Does it play fetch?
Yes, she does.
Yeah.
I
the
love
best
this
part.
cat.
Yeah, it's a good.
Yeah,
cat.
Wonderful's a really good cat.
The cat is
Wonderful
named
is named.
Wonderful.
Yeah, the cat's name is
I
Wonderful.
love this cat so much. Oh my god.
It's a good cat.
Yeah, me too.
Such a good
Super.
cat.
Good cat.
It's a really good cat.
So wait, how many people
It's a
on this call
wonderful
have
cat.
cats? Am I the only one who doesn't
Um,
have a cat?
I do
I
not
have
have cats. I have I've got rats.
He has rat.
Yeah,
Rats are fucking awesome. Rats are great
They
pets.
are.
They're so
That's
cute.
also why I have
Rats.
a
Rats.
doll house.
And
my
I have a
background?
wolf mask that was given to me by you, Amanda.
Ew.
You know,
Alright.
the rats are great.